Who would you say is the Snoop Dogg to your Dr. Dre?
So you saying like I'm Dr. Dre and then
Mm-hmm.
okay, I would say like I'll say
Woo! All right, everybody, it's your boy Mawan here at Dash Radio on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Yo, I am so hyped for this interview today. This
Yes,
is
sir.
what I've been trying to tap in with this motherfucker for a minute. Low
Okay.
the Great. How
yes,
are you?
sir. I'm good, man. Blessed.
Man, we're blessed to have you here. I'm blessed. Listen, you have given me the soundtrack of my past year or two. Like, especially
Okay.
this last year, how much I'm listening to Keep Killing, Pull It, like Vicky 1, 2, and Vicky 3 on the
Yep. Vicky 3 out now, man.
Can
Go
I start
tap into
this
that.
by saying rest in peace, Vicky?
Yes, you can, man. She up in there, in them heaven gates, you know, looking down. You feel me?
I feel like you have carried her legacy on, and you like through Low the Great, like Vicky can't ever be forgotten. You know what I mean? You stamped something.
Yeah, I did. You know, and it's more than that because it's like I'm bringing the West together piece by piece, you know, if you're really paying attention, you know.
Absolutely, bro. One of the craziest things to me about Vicky 3, outside of like all the fucking smashes on there, from Getting More, Rabies, What I Miss, Bag Right, like honestly, you didn't miss on that project at all.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
No, I appreciate
Hell yeah.
As a fan, I appreciate the shit out of that project. But what I really think is so beautiful is the West Coast has always, I mean, every coast, I'd say, within itself, there's always drama and there's always just commotion and beefs. But Low the Great, you stay out of everything and you bring everyone together on these projects.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, because it's bigger than, you know, you feel me, us beefing. We got to stick together, you know, so we can elevate all together.
Absolutely. And I feel like you're kind of like, you know how like a great NBA team has like a glue player, like the Warriors had like Andre Iguodala, and then like you know the Bulls had like the Scottie Pippens. Like there's always somebody that's holding the whole ship together.
Yeah.
I feel like Low the Great is really holding LA together right now.
Yeah. I feel the same way.
And you really
yeah.
pushing the culture forward as far as like you're giving platforms to artists like Cali Rant, for example. I would have not heard of her until you came out with, you know, presents Cali Rant, and I was like, oh, who the fuck, you know?
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
I
yeah.
checked her out, and now boom, on my radar.
Okay, cool.
And you know who put you on my radar?
Who?
G Perico.
Okay.
Keep
shout out
killing.
my boy G Perico.
Bro, Keep Killing that put you on my radar, Rucci on my radar. I had already heard of G, but that record, I listened to Keep Killing. It was, I want to say, my second most played song last year.
Okay.
Or third on my Spotify
Okay.
Wrapped. That, Pull It, you give nothing but, what I love is the energy is always just like, nah. Like, just makes me want to fucking ride out
Turn
and
that
vibe
shit
out.
up, man.
But when is like, are there any, I'm trying to think of a Low the Great song that's kind of like low energy. There's really none. They're all like that high
Yeah,
energy.
nah, it's like you gotta, you know, when you listening to some low shit, I want the energy to be there. Even if it's slow, the energy still gonna be there.
Yeah, like Getting More. Getting More is a little
It's
bit
like the
slower.
texture is slower, but it's still like I said, it's like ways you can finesse it. So if you got somebody hype like Jay on some slow stuff, he gonna turn it up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that's true.
saying?
That's
So
true.
that's why it's I try to make everything, you know, if it's sad, still turn it up. If it's, you know.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. I saw Chike recently on the gram posted like, don't like doing sad music, but I got to one time, and he was in the studio. So you're absolutely right. Like you can still turn it up and make it like a bop.
Yeah, but like I said, some situations it just gotta be sad, you know.
That's true.
People go through shit, so I get it, but
Yeah.
that don't really be my style. I'm all for positivity and happiness.
I love that, bro. When we think about Vicky, it's your grandma,
Yes.
right? Your grandma, you know, that is such a traumatic thing to go through, right? And so that's why I
Yeah.
wanted to start with the whole rest in peace. But you have honored her in such a way through hype music. It's like she's like transitioned into like just this like great energy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, so now I will always feel like I'm honoring Vicky when I listen to these tracks. Or
Okay,
all
yeah.
3 projects.
Yeah, that was the plan. Yeah, if you notice, like, you know, I got little skits of her voice in there that I had in my phone. Like, so when they drop, like, my family get to listen to her voice because nobody never heard the messages. So like, it's good. It's a good thing for the West Coast culture and my family. You know.
Absolutely, man.
So that's why I was just like, you know, how can I get a project to, you know, symbolize me trying to put, you know, the West together, you know, the LA culture together, and, you know, still remember my grandma. So to please them and my family, you know.
You did
and
that.
then at the end of the day, like I said, every 1, 2, and 3, I think I did my job.
Absolutely. I'm waiting for Low the Great to miss. I'm at the point now where I'm almost like anticipating it. I'm like when so I'm driving into work this morning. I'm driving here to get all this set up. I was like, let me go through Vicky 3 one last time to make sure, you know, I get that right Low the Great energy. And I'm like, this motherfucker dropped again. I said Low dropped again. Tights off. So then I'm like, all right, I hope this shit is whack because I'm waiting for you to miss.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Yeah,
You
man.
what's his name? Lil Veda?
Little Veda, man. Shout out Lil Veda. My producer is that Trey. He helped me on the production with that song.
Killed
and
that.
yeah, Lil Veda, he going up right now.
Absolutely. And y'all just dropped Friday like 2 weeks ago, I think?
Yeah, like a week, 2 weeks ago, yeah.
That's crazy, bro. You stay busy. I think hard work is part of your story. Like, you just don't slack.
Yeah, that's the goal. Like, why? Why not? Like, my job is to, you know, like I said, like, move the culture and elevate it, so I can't take no breaks.
That's crazy, bro. Because if I was you, I would have taken a year off at least.
Nah,
no.
Somebody gonna tell me, hey, why you dropping party songs in the winter? I'm like, because people still go to parties in the winter.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I was just like, man, this shit don't stop.
And you never know when someone's gonna discover a specific song.
Yeah,
I remember
what I'm saying.
Spotify played "Keep Killing" for me. Like it just, I think I was listening to somebody probably from the West, and then my playlist or the album was done. Spotify just played it.
Okay.
And I remember hearing that Tom Tom's Club sample. And I'm like, what's this? And then you know, that boy G. Perico.
Yeah, it was actually G idea. He just like, hey, can you sample this? He texted me. He was like, can you sample this? I'm like, yeah, I got you. And then I sent it back, and then he was like, I'm gonna throw Rucci on it. I'm like, all right, cool. And then the shit went up.
Super. Like that is, I'm telling you, I swear to you, Low, I've listened to that song 30,000 times.
Yo.
Like, of those million some streams you
Yeah,
guys
it's
have
a
on
million
there.
plus streams. So
Listen, bro, you owe me like $5 for how many times I listen to that damn song. I fuck with that record. It's stupid heavy.
Hell yeah, man.
When I met Rucci, the first thing I said to him was 30-round clip in the middle of a fade. Like I just like the bars on that, the way y'all slid on that.
Hell yeah.
One thing I think you do really well, bro, is you bring records back that I might have grew up off, but you give them like a new life. You know what I mean? And
Yeah. It's like, you know, like I'll be looking at the old like times of hip hop, and everything was just samples. So now we can sample that stuff, and we could sample, you feel me, not too old stuff, and it came to where we could sample our own stuff, like long as it's hard.
Absolutely.
So yeah, like that's how it really originated. We might as well keep it going.
And that's a great point. To be honest with you, I was a big hater on so many like younger artists sampling stuff over the past like 3 years. And then I really thought about it, like Nas and Pac on I want to say it was Troublesome, Pac, and then Nas, they both use the same beat. And it's been happening in hip hop. Like Check Yourself and Can't Hold Me Down, Diddy and Mace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's been happening. It's actually part of the culture.
Yeah. I do both. Like I got a lot of original shit too.
Absolutely.
But like samples, it's like with my stuff, it's just like I'm independent, so I don't really gotta worry about clearing samples. All I gotta do is worry about clearing verses from the artist. You know, I feel like if you got a platform and you ain't got no label behind you, the label, like, yeah, you good. Well, I got my own label, but like I said, it ain't like they worried about my songs. Like, you feel me?
how does that go about, like, let's say when Keep Killing pops off, so production wise, you still gotta, break off like Tom
Well,
Tom's
so this is the thing with G Perico. I guess it's like I think he signed to Empire. It's like a distribution thing they got going. Like, so if it do like go too crazy, they probably have to clear it. But I feel like they can they can just put it out for now, let it do what it's gonna do, and then cause I think yeah, there's been times where songs just go crazy and we don't clear it. But like I said, it stops you from getting RIAA certificates going gold and platinum, but you still getting money.
Absolutely.
So it's just yeah.
And it gives you that
care.
platform. Like I wouldn't have been introduced to you, Rucci, and G Perico without Keep Killing.
Okay.
And it was me hearing that Tom Tom's Club and being like, oh, I know, what the fuck is going on? And then when
Yeah.
boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Yeah, my
boom.
thing is about with sampling. Like, if you're part of a label, you gotta clear it. But if you got your like a distribution deal, or you got your own label, and you put it out, and I guess you just wait until they get up on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, basically.
If they get up on you, you've done something right.
Yeah, basically.
You know?
Yeah.
I want to give you a gift, Lo. I give every artist an album from my CD collection.
Okay.
I swear, I'm not exaggerating. I knew what album I wanted to give you this morning, and I'm like, fuck, man, I'm going to give this to Lo. And that's an album I've been holding on to for years.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you've heard this. I doubt you've heard this. This is some real exclusive shit. I wanted to give this to you, and I'll explain to you why.
The Aftermath, Dr. Dre presents. This is crazy.
I don't know if you knew about this. This is Dre's album after the Chronic, before 2001.
You know, I never knew about this.
He doesn't talk about it a lot. Everyone's
This
always
is
like,
crazy.
Dre's done the Chronic, and he did 2001. But
This is crazy.
in between, before he really launched Aftermath, the label, he started this. This was bro, Nas is on that project.
That's crazy.
KRS-One's on there. There's a song with KRS-One, Nas, Be Real, and I think maybe Ice Cube or somebody else. But anyway, I had to give that to you because I feel like you're in this transitional period where, you've detached yourself from hip hop, but you're doing you. And I feel like you're building up to something that's going to be fucking monumental.
Hell yeah, man. Appreciate that. But yeah, this crazy. I doubt this gonna fit in a Tesla or new Benz, but we gonna try to figure this out.
Hey, man, at least you have it. That's
Yeah,
a lot of people don't know that Dre dropped that whole project.
Yeah, I didn't know. This new to me too. This is crazy.
The
I
one
appreciate
song
this
on
gift.
there, of course, bro. The one song on there you might know is Been There, Done That. I don't know if you heard that. Dre has a song, I've been there, I done that. I sold guns, I sold crack.
I think that was a line.
Yeah,
Wasn't it a line? I don't think I heard the song, but I heard the line.
Yeah, it's Dre's. Yeah, so anyway, Dr. Dre presents the Aftermath, super rare album. You're not gonna find that in any store. But I feel
crazy.
that was between when Dre left Death Row. That was after he left Death Row, before he really signed.
Yeah,
in.
yeah. Shout out to Dr. Dre, he a legend. I be on Apple Music, Spotify, and stuff, and most of his stuff is gone. I can't find the Chronic. I can't find nothing. I found 2001 and probably this new stuff he did called Compton, but it was a soundtrack for the movie.
Yeah.
But that's it. Dr. Dre ain't letting nobody
You know
listen to
why?
his shit no more.
Snoop copped Death Row and the catalog, and he took Death Row off of every platform because he said all the people who made that album, Lady of Rage, Daz, Corrupt, himself, Dre, even they didn't get paid right off of those off of all that work that they did. So Snoop, actually, we partnered with Snoop and we launched a Death Row FM. Where the only place to hear it right now is you have to sign up directly through Snoop.
Why he won't just give it to him hey, yeah, you could drop it under your platform and eat off of it. Just drop it.
I think
Again.
I think Snoop is trying to he's restructuring it. He's trying to
Yeah,
do it
he
right.
knew. I'll give him benefit of the doubt. He knew the Death Row. He just got it probably last year or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Snoop Dogg. But yeah, they need to put that shit back up on digital platforms for sure.
Absolutely. In the meantime, you guys can sign up for Snoop's program. It's a Death Row FM. He has a Death Row inmate program where he's been giving away like collectibles. He's raffling one of his low riders, and then he has a whole death row station. That's the only place to hear all that.
Hell yeah, man. I need some of that Snoop Dogg shit, man.
Bro, Snoop is, you know what's crazy about Snoop? I've been telling people, I realized this when I went to an event he had, and he talked about all the shit he'd done. Snoop is as responsible for the Chronic as Dr. Dre. Because Snoop wrote damn near everything. If it's not written by Snoop, it was written by Corrupt, who's his family, Daz, Snoop's family. Lady of Rage is Snoop's cousin. Okay. I think RBX too is from Snoop. Okay. So like it was like Dre had all the production, but a young 19-year-old Snoop Dogg came in the studio with that energy, that to
he was
bring
hungry.
It to the,
he was hungry.
And he
was on everything.
Those are all his people. So big up to Snoop, man, for doing that.
Yeah, man, big up to Snoop, man, legend, man.
Who would you say is the Snoop Dogg to your Dr. Dre?
So you saying like I'm Dr. Dre and then okay, I would say like I'll say One Take J.
I was gonna say that same thing. You guys just go together like peanut butter and jelly. Like if I see Low the Great and One Take J on the line on Spotify,
yeah, cause I feel like it's bigger than music. Like that's my boy, so it's like when you get to that level, it's just different. Like so, it's just like when it's like business is business, it's just music. But when it's like, all right, cool, like shit not going right, or I need help with something, and then that just builds shit and make it stronger. So
yeah, and I feel like with One Take J, when I listen to his music, I believe it. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I feel like he is who I'm listening to. You know what I mean? There's no facade, he's not putting a character on. He's just that crazy loony, like, you know, I can imagine seeing him like that in real life.
Hell yeah, he is like that in real life.
Yeah, I got One Take J. We were supposed to do an interview last month. We're gonna make that shit happen. I'm a huge
get up
fan.
over here, man.
Yeah, we got to get One Take over here. But Chike told me something that blew my mind like last year, and I've been
Chike my boy, cool.
Noticing it. Yeah, I love Chike too. Chike, G Perico are probably my two favorite.
It's crazy because Chike, Jay, and G Perico like really like my dogs, like
outside of the music
because
shit.
Before I even met One Take, I was with Chike. You know what I'm saying? We made Burn Rubber again. It went crazy. I think it's like at 20 million plus. Like it's crazy.
Independent too.
Independent. So like that was my dog. It just he just started doing his own thing, and then like I said, we still cook up, but it was just like he was just doing his own thing for a little bit, and then we got back in together, and we still locked in. So
I know you hear it. Bag right.
Hell yeah. And then G Perico, like I said, G Perico, he I can call him for anything. Like I'll be really calling him for advice. But on life situation, it don't really be music.
Really? Like what? Like what's like an example of something you call G for?
Like basically like labels was like on me. So I was just like, hey, how you feel about this? Or how you feel about that? And then he'll just give me the game on it, and then I'll be like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So
well, G seems to have it down. Like if I was an artist, I would want to be where he's at, where like he owns everything he does. Looks like he's having a great time.
Having a great time. He be dropping so much.
And he has a dope brand too. Like
the
this
blue
is a
t-shirt.
blue shirt, and none of them are blue t-shirts. I think it's the funniest fly shit ever.
On me, he be giving me like free merch. He'll just be like, "Hey, Lo, I got some clothes for you." Da, 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 da. I'll be like, "All right, for sure."
He seems like I've met G a few times, and I feel like G feels like I'm a dick rider, but it's because I'm such a big fan of him. So I saw him at an Empire
feel like
event.
that, G.
No, but like I saw him at an Empire event, and he knew. He saw me and knew, and I just walked up to him. What did I say? I said, "Fuck." I was quoting "Keep Killing" like a motherfucker, and then I was quoting all of his shit where I was like, "You get a job, homie's mad. You get a bitch, homie's mad. You get a whip, homie's mad. You ain't got shit, homie's mad." He just is so quotable, you know. He really sounds like Eazy-E.
Yeah, like when I listen to him, I don't think he sound like Eazy-E. He just got the little like, it's like a updated Eazy-E because of like the Jerry curl back, like you know what I'm saying.
You're right. Maybe
so it's like he got the like kind of like the image, but I don't think he sound like it. but he do be having quotables in his like music is like motivational. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's like he be talking about like overcoming like shit. You know what I'm saying? And like how he getting money and how like I'm still dropping and I'm gonna keep dropping. You know what I'm saying? Keep killing. You know
Keep
what I'm
killing,
saying?
yeah.
2021 flood. Like he wasn't playing. He was coming every month or 2 months.
New project.
New project.
I almost can't keep up. But what's crazy is like I remember when Currency did that back in the day when he had his run.
I was just listening to Currency on
But
the way here.
how dope was Currency? Pilot Talk 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, then he had a series where it was 9:30, 10:30, 11:30.
See, I never even
12:30.
got that far.
Yeah. I
Currency-
listen to Currency.
Yeah, I fuck with them heavy. And I
Pilot
think,
Talk.
yeah.
Yeah, Drive-In Theater. Like I fuck with Currency heavy.
Well, something that I was gonna say, Chike told me that blew my mind, and then I heard you talking about it. Chike told me when the jerk movement was popping, he's like, LA was safe. And he's
Yeah,
like,
it
our
was
city
safe.
was
I
really
mean-
like, everyone was together having a good time.
Yeah.
Chike told me when the jerk movement ended, he's like, shit got dangerous.
Shit got bad. I feel like when in the jerking movement, like you can go like I was catching the bus to jerk parties and like it'll be everybody like how about this? So say like you see everybody at the party dancing and talking. Then jerking died, everybody gang banging, trying to kill each other. It was just like, damn.
That is exactly what Chike said.
Yeah.
Chike said we didn't know what to do.
Yeah,
He's like, so
it's
we
just
all just
bad.
started gang banging.
Yeah, it was just bad. And I was like, damn, like we were just cool.
Yeah. So
But
I
yeah.
never caught wind of that until Chike said it, and then you were on no jumper, and you alluded to the same thing where you were like when the jerk movement was
Nah,
happening.
cause I was in it, but I didn't gang bang. Like I never got put on no hood. I just stayed neutral, and yeah, I remember the change. It was crazy. Like, oh yeah, we not even wearing tight pants no more. It's straight legs, and we rocking rags, and we got guns now.
New Boys, you guys saved millions of lives.
Yeah, shout out to New Boys.
the
man.
New Boys, the Rangers.
New Boys, Rangers, Young Sam. They
Cliff
got
Savage was
Cliff
doing
Savage, Pink Dollars,
Baby Dolls, I think was another
Vixen
one.
ENT.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
saved
a lot of 'em.
lives. Literally kept the neighborhood safe from what I've heard for years.
Yeah.
So shout out to them. I
Yeah,
think
shout
it's
out the
cool.
whole jerking movement, man.
Yeah.
Those was good times.
Absolutely,
Hell yeah.
absolutely. So you were like the Switzerland of like this West Coast shit in the sense of
Like the new shit because like
you're neutral.
yeah, so and I'm neutral. Yeah.
That's what I meant by Switzerland.
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
World War II, they say Switzerland never shot at anybody.
Oh,
no one
okay. Mm-hmm.
fucked with Switzerland. It stayed. How has Low the Great been so ingrained in the culture, but you've stayed neutral. You haven't ruffled any feathers.
Mm-hmm.
Even with Hip Mob, like it was cool. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Those are still you on No Jumper. You showed them so much love, and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they gave me a lot of the sound kits I use and plugins.
Mm-hmm.
How have you always stayed in the scene but out the way?
I feel like you just gotta be, true to yourself and know, like, I don't know, like, if something like going wrong, you just gotta be a man about every situation in my eyes. Like, so if something just bad, you come straight forward and throw it on the table, like, hey, this is it, man. And like, I'm trying to make things right. So it's like you come and foul at me, but I'm like, all right, I know you come and foul, but let's try to make this work.
I love that.
And sometimes when you're trying to make it work, it end bad, but I'll be like, hey, I kill them with kindness. So it's like they can't really, they
Yeah.
can't really do nothing. So it's just be like, all right, cool, you go your way, I'll go my way. I'm good.
I think a lot of it is too, you don't seem to have like a big ego. You know what I mean? Like you're cool if maybe if someone upsets you or something, because I'm sure someone's upset Low the Great.
Yeah, I feel like I do get upset, but it's like I've been upset before, and it be like shit that I can't even control. Like this music shit, I know it's just business, and like I got bigger problems. Like, I got people dying in my family, sick. You know what I'm saying? So I don't let music stuff, because it's like it's bigger stuff that I gotta go through. So it's like, bruh, I didn't watch my grandma die, so it's like ain't no rapper or no music shit gonna make me like pressured up like that.
Damn, that's crazy, man. You really got. I'm so glad to be from the same like coast because I really, it makes me feel good knowing that we've had, in the past it was Dr. Dre, it was Daz, it was DJ Quick, but right now we got Hit Boy, we got Low the Great.
Yeah, Mustard.
Oh yeah, I can't forget about Mustard, of course.
Yeah, and that's
I feel like
it.
the producers.
New wave right now is just like who in the industry going crazy is Hit Boy and Mustard.
Absolutely. No, but you too though. You're right there to me. You're bubbling up. I've been telling people all week I'm interviewing the next Hit Boy on Friday. I've been telling people I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Appreciate that.
No, of course, bro. Like I'm sure rappers are hitting you. Are you getting hit up now by like?
Yeah, hell yeah. DJ Drama followed me. Yachty hit me up. All type of people. Yeah, all type of people. YG just followed me. Blast hitting me. About the I've been sending them shit. All type of people. I'm still, in the loop with everybody. And hell yeah, we just trying to push the culture forward and making hot shit.
That's why I had to tap in with Low the Great now. Because I'm very confident in like 2-3 years from now, you're going to have Grammys on the wall and nobody's going to be able to get a hold of you. You're going to be out the way. You're going to be in the studio with Dr. Dre helping him craft. Have you heard from Dre yet? Has he reached out yet?
I never seen Dre or heard from Dre a day in my life.
Okay, it's going to happen. I want to manifest that.
Yeah.
Because I know Dr. Dre.
Hell yeah, man. I fuck with Dre. He the GOAT, but I feel like I'm young, so my Dr. Dre is Mustard. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's like, and then Mustard, Dr. Dre. Like you gotta know how old Dr. Dre is.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you got I don't know if you seen Glorilla interview. She was just like, "Oh, I look up to Chief Keef." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's just like that. Like it's different times. It's like we not really looking up to the 1990 shit. We looking up to the 2000, 2005, 2010
the YG,
shit.
My Crazy Lifetime.
Yeah, that's where we at. So
Yeah.
we just building our own way from that. We not worried about, you feel me, that old shit. Like people like me still listen to it, but like it's just newer shit that we, you feel me, that we vibe off of. Like shit change. But like I said, utmost respect to Dr. Dre, man. I can't wait. Hopefully I get that chance to cook up with him or do anything with him, meet him, picture, anything.
I
like
would
Dr. Dre to go.
bet on it. It's gonna happen because I was just talking to Wally the sensei, and he's like, when I asked him that, he's like, he just gave me that smile, and I'm like, Dre is always tapped in with what's bubbling and really happening musically out here, so I think it's gonna happen for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Yeah,
And
Wally the Sensei, man. 03 Flow.
Oh, that record is
yeah,
crazy.
That shit hard.
That I met him prior to hearing that song, and after I met him, he has such a pure heart, such a nice dude. And then I heard the record, and I'm like, the fuck is this?
Yeah. Nah, I knew about him before that. I knew him like I don't know if you heard the record Scandalous.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like that was before 03 Flow. That song, that's what made me like started like, oh yeah, this shit hard.
Yeah, well
then 03 Flow came, I was like, oh yeah, he here to stay.
He has a bar in 03 Flow where he says cemetery like the Hollywood stars. He's like, or cemetery like Hollywood Boulevard. I'm gonna keep grinding until I earn my star.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, that is the deepest, most G shit I've heard in my life. Like,
oh man,
literally. Anyway, so shout out Wally. But back to Low the Great.
Okay.
You got 2 kids, right?
Yeah.
Did that help focus you? Because I feel like when artists really get locked in and start grinding and executing is when something kind of hones them in and makes
yeah,
them
I feel like
grind.
Okay, so yeah, I be talking to people about this. Like, so it take a powerful mind to really have your shit and going on a straight path without them. So if you doing that without them, you a strong person, because like I said, I was really like wild. I wasn't really caring about shit until I had my first kid, and then it made me put everything into perspective. Like, okay, it made me focus on, okay, I do music. Now I gotta know how I get money from music. I gotta do business type shit. Everything now gotta, cause now I'm not just living for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can have that mentality without kids, like you a strong individual, because I really was like, I was just pushing it to the side. But when I had the kids, it made me put everything into perspective, made me think before I do, made me really question myself about every situation. Because at the end of the day, you living for something more than yourself.
Absolutely.
Well, I feel I am, so.
No, 100%. I don't have kids yet, but I just got engaged, and that shit just tripped me out as far as like, I'm like, I gotta move out. I had a roommate, and I'm like, okay, I gotta start paying double the rent. And all of a sudden, I'm like, shit, every time I go out, let's say you go to mama's shelter down the street, you go to a bar, right? You're gonna spend 40, $50. That's double now, you know what I mean? And then I gotta put her on my car insurance, and it put me in a situation where I had to grind harder.
Hell yeah.
So
and that's what I'm saying. Them kids gonna make you grind harder.
Absolutely. Lo the Great, man, you have literally, or you are responsible for like 30-40% of everything I listen to right now. And I gotta applaud you for really, like I said at the beginning, like being the glue guy, holding the coast, kind of. Not just you. There's a lot of dope producers and dope people. Shout out to the entire, man. We like I was saying at the beginning here, we got this renaissance happening in LA right now. It reminds me of when TDE first dropped. We had TDE on one side, you had Nipsey on this side. We had so much good music coming.
I feel like it's still good music coming. Like, everything is cool. Like, I feel like it's always room for improvement. Like, it ain't like Atlanta, but we still get traction. We still get millions of streams. So at the end of the day, we own, like I said, music has changed. We not selling hard copies no more. Everything is digital. So it's like, if somebody listening to your song, it don't matter if you got 1,000 plays. Imagine as a producer, 1,000 plays you with this artist, 1,000 plays with that artist, 1,000 plays with that artist. It's gonna all accumulate to something. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely,
I don't really be looking at it as like, oh, this gotta just blow up. Like, nah, the streets is listening. You know what I'm saying? Like, people that fuck with it is gonna listen. So it don't matter.
Absolutely, bro. And you really, like, you do not. It seems like you don't take a day off. Like, you were dropping every other week or so. Vicky 1, 2, and 3 have all come out in a real short period when you think of like 3 albums. And man, I'm just excited to see what the future holds for.
I feel like that was just my last installment, really.
Oh, really? There's not going to be a Vicky 4?
I don't think so. I feel like it wouldn't even be called 4 if I did. It'll be called something else, but it'll be probably like, I don't really know yet, but I feel like this time, like, now that I'm on like elevating to like something like better. So I feel like I'm just gonna start just coming with just shit.
I love that, man.
Until like, I don't know, until I leave this motherfucker. I feel like it's just gonna come like just, yeah, tape after tape after tape. I'm gonna just try to go crazy.
I feel like something big is coming in the future for Lo the Great. That's why I picked that Dr. Dre album, because that was after he did the Chronic, which I feel like you've given us that initial, like, we know who the fuck you are now.
Hell yeah. I was just talking about this with my brother, man. Shout out my brother. He be making my logos.
Oh, really?
Like, he made the Lo the Great logo. D'Anthony.
D'Anthony, shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, shout out to you, man. Shout out
really...
my brother. He made my logo. That's all up on my merch and stuff.
Wow.
But yeah, we was saying, like, Vicky 1 was just like a little introduction. Like, nobody really cared. It was just like, oh, okay, cool. Vicky 2 was like, okay, we see what he doing. He heating up. Vicky 3 was like, okay, that's the one. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Vicky 1 and Vicky 2 don't count. I'm just saying Vicky 3 was like, okay, this is who Lo the Great really is. You know what I'm saying? So now that they know who I am, it's time to really like show them more of who I am. That's why I don't want no Vicky 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to show them that I can do way more.
Absolutely.
I just had to get their attention first.
No, you really did. You really did. Like, I was like anticipating for that to drop.
Mm-hmm.
And the day it dropped, I was listening to it front to back, and I've been listening
Oh,
to
yeah.
it non. Especially that you and Chike, I mean, you and every artist on there got a dope chemistry. Shout out to everybody. But whenever
yeah.
I hear you and G Perico or you and Chike, I'm like, oh shit. I just feel it feels good. Like before the
Yeah.
record even plays, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good.
Oh
This
yeah,
next
man.
2,
You
3
hear that,
minutes.
G? You hear that, Chike? We gotta get that tape in, man. Stop playing.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So, what should we expect next from Load the Grape? What's the next track? You're gonna put some
Next
energy
track,
into?
I'm about to try to drop a song at least once or twice a month. That's the goal. But if I take a month off, it's okay. I'm human. But the goal is to keep the singles piling up because I don't got no rules. It ain't no rules at my label, man. Load of Great Records. So I'm gonna just keep supplying like content and music, and I might it's starting up a new tape. I gotta get the tape filled first, but yeah, I'm working on just dropping singles until I get some ideas. But I'm for sure dropping another tape this year. But
I love that.
yeah, it's just I don't know if I wanted to drop in the next month or this summer or you feel me later on like a November, December.
Well, you're on your time. You're not working
yeah.
on any. You're not. You're at this point. Load of Great's competing with himself. You know what I mean? Like you don't
Yeah.
got to worry about what anyone else is doing.
Yeah, hell yeah. And it's gonna be a lot of collab projects too. That's the goal too, you know?
absolutely.
So it ain't really just low tape. You know, I'm gonna try to, it might be low in this artist tape, low in this artist tape, or EP or, something like that. I'm about to just go crazy. That's the goal.
Hell yeah. Well,
No sleep.
Listen, I don't think you sleep at all. This motherfucker must be a robot. How much music you've released consistently, and the quality of it is crazy.
I took a break 2022, but I remember when COVID hit, that's when like I blew up. So like I was getting traction. People was fucking with me. Like they knew like okay, Load of Great, one of the up and coming dudes. But when 2020 hit, Walking In came out and the Boosie song came out, and then the Shoreline shit came out. It was just like boom, 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 boom. Next thing you know, wake up in the morning, blue check, all type of stuff. People reaching out. I'm like, damn. So I didn't even want to do no music. I was just like, enjoying the,
Well, and
enjoying the shit. So I took that. I took a little break because I'm like, damn, I'm exploding right now. And then I end up dropping that single with Baby Stone Gorillas to lead up to Vicky 3. But I still waited until that next year.
Well, I feel like because you put so much work in during the pandemic, that even though you took a break, it didn't seem like you did because there was so much music coming out from all these artists. That you work
Because with rappers, they do, like, they'll record a song in January and drop it September. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah,
Or they might drop it, they might record it February and drop it next year.
Well, you in one take did a record that you guys fucked around and dropped like right away.
Yeah.
What you were saying. So you never know.
Yeah, he told me, he was like, come to the studio, we're going to make a song, and we dropping it tomorrow.
And look,
Yeah, me.
man, well, I got 2 last questions. One, when you do these Vicky projects, are any project that you do, are these songs that you get in with the artist, record 10 songs, and then it's like whatever they don't want to use? Or are there specific songs when you make it, you're like, I'm going to hold that one?
Okay,
That one's
at
mine.
first it was like that. Now it's not. With Vicky 3, with the singles and Vicky 3, I get the pick now. When Vicky 1 came out, I was getting leftovers. I ain't gonna lie. Like, so say I record 5 tracks with somebody. With Vicky 1, it was just like, all right, cool, 5 songs. I'm putting this on my tape. I'm putting this one on my tape. Probably save that one for later. Well, what about this one? Can I have it? You know what I'm saying? Like, closed mouth don't get fed. That's why I'm saying it's like, it's a lot of producers that don't even do what I do. Like, it's a handful of us. So that's what I'm saying. It ain't really no lane like that as far as LA, West Coast artist producers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So you can really count on your fingers.
absolutely.
So that's why I'll be like, oh, well, fuck it. I'm gonna just keep doing it because I guess like it ain't like it's a lot of rappers, but it's not a lot of producer artists that
100%.
drop their own songs.
100%.
You know, like a Metro Boomin. Don't say one word, just Low to Grade featuring
Yeah.
whoever. Metro Boomin featuring whoever. Not saying one word, just boom, song. So I just decided like I'm gonna be like that for the West Coast, but I made my mind up with that in 2017.
Damn.
So, yeah, that's it.
You've been putting the work in. Like you manifested this years ago, and then it's the
Yeah.
years of hard work. Like you've been popping off, but I feel like now Low the Great is like you're back. You know what I mean? Like you're next
Yeah.
up. You're about to get us. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't wait to for the entire nation. You know what I mean? To like from east to west, for people in New York, Atlanta, everybody.
Yeah, like different like states and shit reaching out, but they kind of don't understand it because it's not the West is not like it's more Atlanta music, more Detroit creeping up in Memphis. Like LA, like they listen, but it just depend on the artist. So like I said, it's just time. Like we gonna evolve, like you know. But like I said, in the meantime, I'm gonna keep going crazy, and like I said, you never know what can happen.
Absolutely. You
Because I
never-
think we doing good, but like I said, there's always room for improvement.
Absolutely. I think it's going to take, I told Trike, it's going to take one artist to get to that young thug level of success, and it's going to shine a light on everybody. And it could be Trike, it could be G Perico, it could be
be
Blue
anybody.
Buds, it could be anybody. But once that happens, I think it's going to shine a light on the whole coast, and then we will have our moment like Atlanta's been having its moment. So last question, can we manifest who is an artist or two or a few artists that Low the Great it wants to work with, and you're like I can't wait till I get a record in with?
We're gonna aim high, so we gotta go with I feel like Drake gotta get on some like more West Coast shit. That'll be hard.
I could see that, yeah.
Like a Loader Great Drake record will be fire. And then I'll go Beyonce so that I could show him that I can like make some different type of shit too.
You know, I don't think you sound crazy when you say that, because I'm pretty sure Hit Boy's done some shit with Beyonce.
Yeah.
And you're next, like you're that next up in line. So
Yeah, if I
okay,
can get
Drake
the-
and Beyonce, you going?
And then I could throw one more, and then no, I want to throw two more. So
do.
then I want to go Taylor Swift, and
Hold
then
on. We
and
gonna have a
then
Low the Great Taylor Swift.
that'll be
I
hard.
think it sound like
Nah, it's gonna be different.
riding with my homegirls. Like I don't even know how that's gonna come out, man. That'd be fucking fire though.
Hell yeah, and then we can just throw a producer in there, the Dr. Dre.
Okay.
You know, that'll be hard.
Damn, you really aspire for nothing but greatness, like excellence at the finest level. You said Drake, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, and Dr. Dre. Those
Yeah,
are
that'll
like
be hard.
four of the biggest artists of our time. And I honestly, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, believe that it is gonna happen.
Okay.
The Taylor Swift one's crazy, but you know what I mean? Why not though?
Why not?
Hey, Taylor did Bad Blood. Remember? Who would have thought Kendrick so
Would've
soon?
been on that,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So Taylor,
You never know. Yeah,
Give him a
please,
call.
Taylor Swift,
Give him a
please
call.
hit me up.
Low
Tell
the
him.
Great, man. Thank you so much for all the vibes over the past few years. I can't tell
Appreciate
you.
it. More to come.
Like, I'm gonna picture text it to you. My Spotify top 5 most played songs.
All right,
Keep Killing
cool.
is in there. Like, I am a huge fan of the West Coast right now, and you are orchestrating this whole sound that we got
Yeah,
coming
man.
out.
Thank
That
Hell
once
yeah.
I hear that, I'm like, oh
Hell yeah.
shit, it's about to be fucking on.
Hell
That's like
yeah.
your producer tag, like to me, like an additional tag. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Hitting with
you
those
know,
kicks
the
and-
little, yeah.
Yeah. Low the Great,
Hell
thank you
yeah.
so much, man. If
Thank you.
anybody has not heard Vicky 3, I promise you, you don't
Yeah,
even
listen
need
to
the
that,
skip
man.
button. Like the
Hell yeah.
Spotify and Apple Music can just take that skip button away because
Hell yeah,
it
man.
just smoothly rolls.
Yeah. Listen to all the Vickies. More music on the way. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Loader Grade. Instagram, Proud by Loader Grade, PRODBYLOWTHEGREAT.
There we go. And I gotta
Mm-hmm.
mention, I heard you on No Jumpers say you sign an artist, but you're also giving artists a clause or something in the contract where they can leave whenever they feel like it.
Yeah, so basically, I work with a lot of rappers that come to my studio, and it was times where they be like, "Oh yeah, it's over with. I gotta wait this certain amount of time." And I never was the type of person to just hold nobody against their will. I always been somebody to be like, "Oh, if you wanna leave, go." You know what I'm saying? Like I never wanted to just be like, "I got you," and you can't go nowhere. So I signed the producer and I signed the artist, and I made it to where, yeah, I get it's percentage based, but like I said, we agreed on that because I gave them a contract to read it, and I didn't. I'm like, go get a lawyer or read it yourself. I don't care what you do, and it's more of a partnership. So it's like I think of it like a relationship. Like I hope if you with a girl and you don't like her no more, leave. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I was just like, like I'm not no dude to just keep people hostage. If you want to leave, I made it to where if you want to leave, just go.
That's amazing, man.
I mean,
that Lo the Great, you are a gem. I am honored to be alive and listening to music in the what I'm gonna call the Lo the Great era that's starting up right now and that's been going. Huge fan of your work, and I'm just super excited to see what the next 2, 3, 5, 10 years have in store.
hey man, appreciate you, man. Me too, man. It's gonna be a lot of elevation and bangers.
Hell yeah! I'm gonna end this with a.
Yeah.